Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 15 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Yesterday, we featured a brand new team on Road to Ranked. This team was built by VGC player Nicholas Borkey, also known as Lightcore VGC on Twitter, who has had a fantastic season, finishing the top 8 at Philly Regionals and winning 4 Premier Challenges around here with the team that we're actually using. So, he kindly allowed me to use that team, as I mentioned in yesterday's episode, and we were able to pick up 2 wins in a row. So, I'm really excited. We're just going to jump back onto the ladder after 2 really intense matches in yesterday's episode. So, let's see how high we can go. 2 wins today would put us back over 1800, so that's the goal. But I'm having a lot of fun. Yesterday's episode was just lots of fun in general. So excited to see how far we can go with it. As always, if you enjoy Road to Rank, please share your support by leaving a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, Nicholas is a really cool guy, and I'm really grateful to get to feature his team. Like, one thing I want to do through YouTube is get to feature more VGC players in general more, and I've been trying to get content done with them, and I'm working on some cool stuff that you guys will see soon. But it's nice to at least even feature a team here and there, because there's some really great teams that players build that don't often see the daylight, as we find Gazio with a rating of 1700 from Italy, featuring a pretty neat rain team here of Garchomp, Lucario, Ludicolo, Kingdra, Politoed, and Mawile. So it's actually also interesting because there are 3 potential megas in Lucario, Garchomp, and Mawile, but presumably Mawile's a mega, Garchomp's not, and Lucario could potentially be, but probably not. My rain matchup here is actually pretty weak. I'm not looking forward to this match in general. I just don't have a great answer to rain. I'm actually wondering how Nicholas manages with that. I would presume probably redirection from Clefairy and then maybe getting a Dragon Dance up with Salamence, but the issue here is a Mawile is a big counter to the Salamence. And to the Clefairy also, I guess. So, not really looking forward to this, though I actually do have Thunder Wave on Clefairy, which I think can help a lot. I'm going to lead with Salamence and Clefairy, I think. And in the back, let's see, I think Scrafty with Snarl here is very essential. Snarl and the ability to knock off. For the last one, it's between Excadrill actually and Thundurus, and the reason why I would go with Excadrill is because I can take a water type attack and get an Earthquake off, but I feel like Thundurus might be the better call here, especially because I'm probably going to try to get some Thunder Waves off here with Clefairy. As I mentioned in yesterday's episode, I only have one means of speed control of this team, and that's actually Thunder Wave with Clefairy. So if I can get a couple of Thunder Waves off, that means that I can actually outspeed him with Salamence and Thundurus and whatnot. So that's kind of going to be the goal for this game, but I'm sure Mawile is going to make it a lot more difficult. So we'll see how this plays out. But he's going to lead with Lucario and Politoed. Okay, that's alright. Against my Salamence and Clefairy. And the reason why I think this is alright is because I can go for Follow Me and Dragon Dance immediately. And the Dragon Dance really helps out. If I could set up 2 Dragon Dances, actually, I think I can just sweep this game with Salamence. So Intimidate goes off before Drizzle. That means he's not a Scarf Toad. Okay. That's good knowledge. I could switch Clefairy out. Could also Protect and Dragon Dance, but he's probably going to go for the Ice Beam. So you know what? Kind of want a Thunder Wave or Moonblast the Lucario here as well. No, I'm just going to Follow Me this first turn, Mega Evolve, and Dragon Dance. I think speed is really essential in this game, and even though I don't have much speed control in terms of moves like Thunder Wave or Icy Wind, I do have Salamence, which can Dragon Dance up, and then after 2 Dragon Dances, outspeeds my opponent's entire team. So he's not going to switch out, he's not going to Protect, I'm just going to go straight for that Follow Me. Let's see what he goes for. Maybe a Flash Cannon? Yep, he does go for the Flash Cannon. So, pretty cool to see that. How much does it do? Brings me down to 35 HP actually, doing a lot of damage, but I do get a free Dragon Dance up, which is great. So, looks like it's probably going to be a normal special Lucario if I had to guess. And he's going to go for the, oh wow, the Encore. That could have been scary, but that's fine with me actually. I'm actually going to switch out into my Scrafty and go for a Protect this turn. Yeah. This way I get a free Fake Out off. That's basically why I'm going for this. And I think Clefairy can be really essential in the remainder of the match, because he's probably going to just Flash Cannon and Ice Beam here. At least that's what I would do if I were him. I don't know if +1 return is actually enough to knock out Politoed, so I'm going to play it a bit safer here. Just get a free Fake Out this next turn off and get another Dragon Dance up with Salamence. So I'm going to go for the Protect here. Pretty interesting to see Encore. I was actually hoping he would knock out Clefairy, but that's fine. Yep, he just does go for another Flash Cannon here, targeting down into Scrafty. With the Assault Vest, I take that with ease, though, and he goes for the Scald into Salamence. Interesting. So with that, I'm going to go for a... Kind of want to go for the Fake Out into Politoed. Kind of want to Dragon Dance here again. I mean, he has Mawile in the back, though. That's kind of the main issue right now. And I don't have a great way to beat Mawile at all. I could also just fake out Politoed and go for the return. And that's actually what I'm going to go for. Oh, wow, he stays in with both. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to be able to... let's see if I can knock out Politoed here. Yeah, it is enough. So I wasn't sure if it was enough, but just playing it safer. He's going to go for the Aura Sphere here, targeting down Scrafty, presumably, but should probably do around 30 to 40%. Oh, yep, around there. So, Assault Vest Scrafty really helping me out right now, but, you know, I am heavily damaged with both Scrafty and Clefairy, and he's probably got Mawile in the back as well, but he brings in Kingdra here. Okay, that's fine. And because he has Kingdra in, I'm actually going to go for the Drain Punch onto Lucario. He's probably going to knock me out, but I was also going to protect here with Salamence, because that way I get a free switch into my Clefairy. And right now the most important thing is Kingdra is faster than Lucario, right? So because of that, if I bring in Clefairy, he can't go for a Dragon type attack because he's gonna just go into my Follow Me. He's actually goes for the Ice Beam, interesting. And wow, wow, the double target, interesting. But it allows me to get a free Drain Punch off. That's a lot of free damage or free recovery here for my my good old Scrafty. Interesting, Ice Beam. So because he has Ice Beam, I'm inclined to switch out Salamence here. Go for the knockoff. I should be counting rain turns too. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to knock out Lucario because he's not doing too much. So I'm gonna go for the knockoff onto onto Kingdra and switch out into my Clefairy here. He's probably gonna knock out Clefairy and bring Scrafty to very low HP, but then I can get a free switch into Salamence again. Get rid of the Kingdra's item. Well, let's see. Oh, he protects with Lucario, even better. Unless you want for like a water type. Okay, nope, he goes for the Ice Beam. So far this game has been playing perfectly. Ice Beam does knock out the Clefairy, but I get a free knockoff here, which is even better for me. Was not anticipating that. He's got Life Orb as well, so good to confirm his item. As I do get rid of that pesky Life Orb. Oh, rain stops! Awesome! Perfect, now he has no way to really set it up once again. You know what? I'm just gonna bring in my Thundurus. And things are looking quite good now. I'm gonna go for the Drain Punch onto Lucario and the Thunderbolt onto Kingdra. And he doesn't switch out, so perfect. Maybe he doesn't know I'm scarfed, but I am gonna be able to pick up a double knockout here most likely, unless he crits Aura Sphere. He does go for it though. Let's see how much it does. I'm just surprised Mawile has not seen the Day of Light yet, but hey, I'm not going to complain. So, I do pick up the KO here onto Lucario as well. It's a 3-on-1 at this rate, but if his last one is Mawile, he can definitely still win this one. But the thing is, I don't think, even if it's Mawile, I mean, if it's anything else, I think I've got this for sure. Though I guess if it's Garchomp, nope, it's going to be Ludi. Wow, so he decided not to even bring Mawile here, which is a questionable decision. And with Ludi in the back, I just basically take this with Mega Salamence hidden in the back because Return just picks up the KO. So he's not going to go for a Fake Out. I'm just going to get a free Thunderbolt off, presumably his Assault Vest, though nope, I guess not because he took that really poorly. Ice Beam coming out from Ludi, actually targeting down the Scrafty. It does pick up the KO there, despite my Assault Vest, but hey, Scrafty did more than it needed to, basically taking those attacks from Salamence, from Lucario with much ease. So I get a free switch him back into Salamence now, and that's going to be game. So pretty quick game one here today, but you know, a good one. It was pretty cool to see a normal Lucario being used. I'm just still really surprised my opponent decided not to bring Mawile at all, just because I feel like Mawile would have been so good against my team. Just like looking at it, I mean, maybe he was scared of the Heatran and the inability to hit Excadrill and the double Intimidate, which is a mark of a good team, you know, when you can scare away threats to the biggest members of your team that you want to play around. But ultimately, we're going to pick up a win here. And I feel like it just helped, you know, Clefairy allowing me to get that first Dragon Dance was really important. Him doubling up into Salamence also really helped me out because it meant that I got the free knockoff onto Kingdra, which put him basically in Thunderbolt KO range. So, you know, I'm really loving being able to feature all the members of the team. Since yesterday, we didn't really use Scrafty and Clefairy too much, but today, really doing a lot. And Scarf Thundurus T has just been putting in so much work these last 3 games. So, I'm going to jump back onto the ladder. Now, basically, 1 win away from 1800. So, let's see if we can hit that with this last game for today's episode. It was, you know, relatively fast game 1, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Excadrill hasn't seen Day of Light yet in the first 3 episodes, or first 3 games, so maybe we'll find time to bring it. It's mainly there to counter fairy types, for example, makes people think twice before bringing in Pokemon like Sylveon, because now I've got Heatran and Excadrill. Excadrill is carrying a moveset of Earthquake, Rock Slide, Iron Head, Protect with Focus Sash. So, you know, covers those fairies a bit nicely. Also, Rotom Wash, which, you know, with Mold Breaker actually hit for super effective with Earthquake. Steven from Canada with a rating of 1647 is going to be our next opponent of the day. He's also got a Rancor here of Politoed, Ludicolo, Bisharp, Venusaur, Tornadus. Wow, I have not seen a Tornadus since 2013. And Landorus T. So, really interesting team here. You know, double Poly Ludicolo today, but I think my opponent here, I really like his team. I mean, it's just scary and unpredictable. Like, first of all, you know, using a double Intimidate, not good when your opponent has Defiant on Bisharp. Wow, this is quite the threatening team, actually. Just because I'd normally lead Salamence Clefairy here, but the fact that he's got Bisharp is very, very problematic. He's going to probably want to knock that out immediately if I can. I'm leaning actually towards... I actually have no idea what to lead with here. My opponent's just got such a solid team. Nicely done. Intimidate's such a core essential piece of this team, but the Bisharp obviously makes you think twice. I don't know, I feel like leading Bisharp would make a lot of sense against me here, so if I were him, I would lead Bisharp, and I'm predicting him to lead that. Well, who would he pair up with Bisharp? So I kind of want to go with my Heatran here, just because Heatran actually beats Venusaur and Bisharp, should he lead with those. You know what? I'm going to go with Thundurus T and Heatran. Yeah, I really like that, actually. Salamence in the back. Who do I want for my final one? Scrafty is decent. Not too great, though. I don't really have a great fourth choice here, honestly. I mean, Scrafty, I think, probably going to be... I'm leaning towards Scrafty just because of Snarl's and ability to Drain Punch. I mean, it's tempting to bring Clefairy for redirection, though, and Excadrill gets the most damage and mileage out of that. You know what? I'm going to bring Scrafty. A +1 Iron Head shouldn't even knock it out from Bisharp unless he's Life Orbed, and I don't know. I mean, I am running Nicholas's team, so I actually don't know how bulky his Scrafty is, but we'll see what we can do here. I think Steven's probably got one of the cooler rain teams I've seen. You don't see Tornadus every day. We're going to see Politoed, and... So I fell right into his trap. I let the Heatran because I really thought I'd see Bisharp as a lead here, but he decides, nope, I'm just going to go with my rain leads, and that's a very smart decision. For example, if I let Clefairy Salamence, I would have such a good lead here, but this is actually looking really bad for me. I'm honestly thinking of pulling a double switch right now. Wow, I really walked into this one. I mean, he's got to fake out Thundurus, that's the thing. Okay, you know what? I'm going to switch actually into Scrafty and go for the Thunderbolt onto Politoed. Because presumably here... Oh, he switches out even, actually. Nicely done. Into Landorus. Wow, I walked into that one as well. Perfect playing by my opponent this first turn. And I thought, you know, Heatran would be good to bring because I figured he might not want to go with Rain. But he decides, nope, I'm just going to go with it, and that was a really smart decision on his end. So Scrafty here actually helps me out because I get the Intimidate off against Landorus, but let's see what his Ludi goes for. Presumably a Scald onto the Scrafty slot. Oh, nope, he goes for the Ice Beam, actually. Ah, really nicely played. I take that alright, but I went for the Thunderbolt into Landorus, and that's never any good. Wow, things are not looking good for me at all. This is terrible team composition. I guess I'll go for the Fake Out onto Ludi. Also go for the Thunderbolt. I want to figure out what item his Landorus has here, because if he goes before my Thundurus, it confirms he's Scarfed, and that would be good information. So Flinch Ludi. I do outspeed it. I mean, he still might be Scarfed if he's like slower Landorus, but he goes for the U-turn. Okay, that's good. That's actually really good for me. Yeah. Because now I can kind of switch back into my Heatran, potentially knock off or Drain Punch Ludicolo. Could also get a Snarl off, but I guess we'll see what comes in as his last one. Maybe it's Politoed coming back in, that would also make some sense. But no, it's going to be Tornadus. That's actually not a good sight to see. Because he can just go for a flying type attack onto my Scrafty. So yeah, I thought maybe bringing Heatran would have been the call here, but having Clefairy definitely would have been much better. Now, Ice Beam did 84 damage that first turn. It might be a damage roll, I'm not sure. But, Oh, how do I win this? How do I win this? Especially with Tornadus as this last one. Because he can just Ice Beam, Thunderous T. And go for... I wonder if I can survive. Ooh, that would be something. You know what? I'm going to go for the knockoff onto Ludi. I think I might be able to take a Hurricane. And I'm going to switch out into Heatran, I guess. I think, just in terms of Pokemon, though, I went about this completely incorrectly because I was anticipating Bisharp and my opponent decided not to bring it. So, yeah, ultimately, just like trying to win this one with this team composition is so difficult. He's going to go for the Ice Beam onto Heatran. So, yeah, you know, at least I get that going for me, but... yeah, he's going to go for the Hurricane. Let's see if I can survive this. Maybe with the Assault Vest I can? Yeah, hang on with 13 HP, okay. And he's Life Orb Tornadus as well, interesting. But I don't think Knockoff is going to KO Ludi. A KO here would be so clutch, but it hangs on with just a bit. He does have Assault Vest, okay. I mean, now he just goes for the Hurricane and the Scald onto Heatran. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch into Thunderous. Well, the reason why I'm going to switch into Thunderous is so I can get another Fake Out. I don't even know how I can remotely win this game. Just having Heatran is such dead weight. I guess? Because Hurricane shouldn't knock out Thunderous, and I kind of actually wanted to. Okay, I'm definitely going to switch Scrafty out, though, I think. Yeah, I'll switch Scrafty out. Do I protect here, or do I let him, do I sack it? No, I should still protect, I think. Yeah. Okay. Reason being is this way, if Hurricane doesn't knock me out, which I don't think it will, he's got to target one of my two Pokemon the next turn with Heatran, or Ludicolo. If he goes for the Scald onto Heatran, I can knock his Tornadus out with the Thunderbolt. Is he's, yep, Scalds, and, oh, he goes for the U-turn. Wow, nicely predicted there. Didn't know if he had another attack like U-turn, but does confirm he's both physical and special. So, let's see what comes back in here. I would guess Landorus. That would probably make the most sense to me. I mean, it's not over yet by any means, but, like, I think you guys can tell, like, oh, Heatran, not the right call here. And, I mean, I don't feel bad about bringing it because, like, my opponent could have gone with a completely different team composition. Going for the Bisharp and the... Bisharp and the... Well, I'm blanking out. The Mega Venusaur, but instead he predicted me to probably bring Heatran. Like, I think if I had, I mean, even if I had a Clefairy, I think the rain matchup for this team is just pretty rough in general. Like, Excadrill really wouldn't have contributed much here, other than maybe hanging out with the Sash. Okay, well, let's see now. He's probably gonna go for an Ice Beam or a Scald onto... No, I'm gonna go for the HP Ice here. And I'm just gonna Heat Wave, yeah. Because I outspeed him with Thunderous. So he Scalds. Oh, holy cow. Okay, does HP Ice knock out Landorus here? Let's see. Whoa, we're still in this. We're still in this, boys. Oh my goodness, wow. I was not expecting Scald to not KO Heatran there. Okay, I hang on. Now I've got a Scarf Thunderous T. And Heatran hangs on too. Rain stops, which is actually really unfortunate. It stopped right at the worst turn. But, wow. Might be able to pull this one out now. Might be able to. Let's see. It's Politoed and Tornadus come back in. Okay, okay. Now, if his Tornadus has Tailwind... I mean, okay, we've seen U-turn. We've seen Hurricane. Do I want to switch out Thunderous here? I think switching out Thunderous is probably the call. And, yeah. Gonna switch into Scrafty and sack the Heatran here. Ooh, actually, let's think this through. Yeah. Do I want to sack Heatran? Yeah, I'll go for the Flash Cannon in case he goes for the Flying type attack onto Thunderous. Wow, I cannot stress that last turn. I mean, that was the play I was going for. I was like, maybe he'll mess up and he'll allow me to KO his Landorus. And that's exactly what happens. So, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So I'm going to bring in Scrafty. Obviously, Intimidate's not going to help me out here. But basically just sacking my Pokemon here. Goes for the Hurricane. Who does he target? Oh! Okay. Heatran might be able to outspeed the Politoed here as well. That's basically why I didn't protect there. Let's see. Does he outspeed? Does he outspeed? Oh, okay, no. You know, was a bit hopeful there, but hey, that's fine. If I outsped there, obviously it would have been definitely a game. But okay, let's see. I'll bring in Salamence and Thundurus. Oh, this is so intense. Now it's like a 50-50. I mean, hey, the fact that I've been able to bring it to this point, I'm already pleased enough, just because it was such a rough start. But Thundurus being scarfed, who do I Thunderbolt here? Who do I Thunderbolt? I want to Thunderbolt Politoed. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. No, I might even be able to take a Hurricane from that Tornadus, that's the thing. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna Mega Evolve, just return Tornadus and Thunderbolt the Politoed. Alright, here we go, guys, here we go. It's all gonna come down. This might be the second most important turn after that last turn where I was able to hang on with both. It'd be a shame not to win this one after pulling the comeback. He doesn't protect with either. Do I knock it out? Holy cow. Wow. Knocking out Politoed, what does he go for? He's gonna go for Hurricane. Who does he target? Onto Salamence. That's gonna be game. Doesn't even knock me out. Though I think, let's see. What a crazy, crazy game. I never thought I'd see the day where Heatran would be able to beat Politoed, Ludicolo, and Landorus T. And a Tornadus. But yeah, right after the game started, I was like, okay, I've lost this. I have no chance of winning. But that's why you never give up, right? You at least try to figure out a way to win, and sometimes you make it work. And all I needed was that one turn where my opponent didn't make the best play. Like, if he just targeted the Thundurus instead of targeting Heatran, it would have been game over. Now, I don't know if he has... Oh, wow. I can't save that bad of video because there's no space, but at least I caught it on video. Wow, that might be one of the best games I've ever played in terms of just trying to come back from a terrible team composition, and that puts us over 1800 too, so what an exciting way to close out that game in today's episode. That was just so intense. Wow, I mean, we've had 4 games so far with this team, and all 4 of them have been so freaking good, so I've been really happy to feature all of them, and we are 4-0 so far as well, so, I mean, obviously it shows how strong Nicholas's team is. Shoutouts to him for building such an awesome team, and just, yeah, it's awesome, and the fact that, I mean, Heatran was able to beat Poliwhirl and Landorus, or at least come out of a win after a terrible start, was awesome. So, that was probably one of the best matches I've ever had on Road to Ranked. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because that was absolutely nuts. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed this episode like always, and I shall see you next time. Alright, peace. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to check out Clash Tournaments, my sponsor on YouTube and Twitter. They offer some of the best Super Smash Bros. Content out there, and I'm super grateful for them. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch as you see in the boxes below. See you guys soon!